Hello audience, happy 2019. Hopefully 2018 has been to your liking. If not, then I don't know, it's not like I could fix that, but yeah, hopefully this video will make you feel a bit better. I think it will. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about some updates to some Bully 2 related news that happened back in 2017 and 2018, as well as some recent developments pertaining to Rockstar games in general. So back in April of 2017, I made a video entitled Bully 2 has been confirmed by a Rockstar Games insider. And as some of you may recall, a couple months ago I also uploaded a video named A New Rockstar Game is Already in Development. Fiero. Now you might be thinking, hey SWEGTA, this is old news, so why talk about it now? Again. Like I said, recently there have been some small but very interesting developments pertaining to all of the things I discussed in those videos. So I guess you could consider this video a sequel to both of those videos. A sequel that I think a lot of you are gonna find really interesting. Before I get into it though, I should give you some much needed context. It's been a while since I talked about the things I talked about in those videos, so bear with me. So back in April of 2017, Jan2295, a former Rockstar Games insider, proclaimed on GTA forums and on Twitter that Bully 2 is currently being developed by Rockstar North. He also said that it's intended to be the next Rockstar game to be released after Red Dead Redemption 2. Later in the video, I went on to discuss another Bully 2 news story, that being the resume of actor Roger Grunwald. So this surfaced back in 2017, revealing that he was set to appear in a future Rockstar Games project, this time playing the role of a German psychiatrist. As you would expect, a lot of people at this time assumed that Roger was gonna play a character in Red Dead Redemption 2. 1 year following this, Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out, and Roger is nowhere to be seen in the game. At all. In fact, he's not even listed on Red Dead 2's IMDb page. And by having another look at the resume, a year later now, we can see that the game is still in the making. And at one point, his resume listed him as playing a character named Menschen, or Menschen. I don't know, it's German and I'm Swedish, so beats me. Now here's something interesting about this character name. It's no longer on the resume. At one point, Roger was presumably contacted by Take-Two Interactive or Rockstar Games and was asked to remove it from the resume. And like I said, there is no German psychiatrist in Red Dead 2 named Menschen, nor is Roger even listed on Red Dead 2's IMDb page. Not to mention that he's absent from any other Rockstar game ever made. But it doesn't end there. By going to Actor Access, that'd be an actor resume database, we can see that Roger Grunwald is still set to appear in the currently unnamed Rockstar Games project. So this is an actor who many expected to appear in Red Dead Redemption 2, yet never made an appearance. So why am I talking about this? Well, if Bully 2 really is in the making, then we could expect to see Roger Grunwald make an appearance. Bear in mind that this is not an actor who was given the role of a generic background pedestrian or something. The character has been named, the occupation of the character has been listed, even the nationality of the character is listed. So as far as I can tell, Roger Grunwald is gonna make an appearance in a future Rockstar game. Now whether that's Bully 2 or any other game, I don't know. All I know is that a former Rockstar Games insider has claimed that Bully 2 is in the making, and that it's supposed to be the next game after Red Dead 2. Now this is Lindsey Perry. This is yet another actor who people thought would appear in Red Dead 2 but never did. She's mostly known for her acting in GTA 5 and The Affair. She played the role of Jane, as well as some of the pedestrians in the game. And according to Lindsey's resume, she's set to play a character in an unreleased Rockstar game. And just like Roger Grunwald, she is most likely under an NDA, meaning that she's not allowed to talk about anything regarding the project just yet. And thus, the name and any details about her character name remains unknown. Now before I move on, I should just say one thing. Please, do not contact Roger or Lindsey with questions about Rockstar Games or Bully 2. These are actors who have been employed by the company to act. That's it. You know, they're not really there to answer any fan-related questions. You know, it doesn't mean that they have some kind of deep insight into the development of Bully 2 or GTA 6 or Red Dead 3. And even if they did, they would be legally unable to talk about it. I am not expecting anybody in my audience to actually do this, but I feel like there's a good chance somebody will see this video and then say, oh, well, all I need to do is look them up on social media and that's it. Don't do that. Just leave them alone. Thank you. So what about the Fyro video I did? Back in October of 2018, an anonymous Rockstar leaker contacted me via Twitter. I cannot reveal the name of the person who contacted me, but they are legitimate. They sent me a link to a resume belonging to the actor named J Johnston. The New York City-based actor J Johnston was credited for voice acting multiple roles in a game by Rockstar named Fyro, or Fiero. I don't know, either way I pronounce it, there's always one person in the comment section like LOL at SWEGTA's pronunciation of Fiero. Many people at this time speculated that this would mean that Jared was gonna provide voice work for some of the pedestrian population. Well, as it turns out, yeah, Fyro was a codename for Red Dead 2. And as a lot of people assumed, he did voice act one or several of the pedestrians in the game. Oh no, that reminds me, a lot of people thought that Fyro was a codename for San Fierro, as in the city in GTA SA. I don't know why they expected a codename to be so revealing, but yeah, I guess they did. In other Bully 2 news, Rockstar Toronto and Rockstar New England are now looking for new employees. Now before I get into it, I want to give a quick thank you and a shout out to Sam Power on Twitter for notifying me about this. As a lot of you know, Rockstar Toronto and Rockstar New England were both responsible for porting Bully to the Xbox 360, PC, and Nintendo Wii. That'd be the Scholarship Edition version of the game. Among the many open spots at Rockstar Toronto and Rockstar New England, you have AI programmer, character artist, gameplay designer, procedural animation, and even associate producer. So, if you happen to be an associate producer looking for a gig, and you have experience in video games, then I don't know, I'd suggest contacting Rockstar. Maybe it's lucrative, I don't know. Several other Rockstar studios are also looking for new employees, so why am I talking about Toronto and New England specifically? Well, like I said, Rockstar Toronto and New England were both responsible for porting Bully Scholarship Edition. And as a lot of you know, Rockstar Vancouver was the main force behind Bully. Then, in 2007, Rockstar Vancouver shifted their focus on other projects. During this time, Rockstar New England and Rockstar Toronto focused on porting Bully Scholarship Edition to the PC, Xbox 360, and Nintendo Wii. Eventually, Rockstar Vancouver ended up shutting down, at which point the 35 people remaining at the company had the option of either relocating employment to Rockstar Toronto instead, or, you know, packing up and leaving. While this is interesting, I should mention that this does not mean that they are working on Bully 2. I could not in all honesty say that, because I don't know, you know, I'm not a fly on the wall over at Rockstar Toronto, so who knows? The reason I bring this up is because Rockstar Toronto partially consists of people who worked on Bully back in 2005 to 2006. And with Rockstar New England in the mix, this would not be the first time that they have worked on the Bully franchise. Okay, audience, so let's talk about Jessica Jeffries. I'm just gonna summarize this as quickly and efficiently as I can because this did not happen that long of a time ago. So back in October of this year, casting call director Jessica Jeffries announced on her Twitter page that auditions for a new game had begun. A game that a lot of people thought sounded quite a bit like a sequel to Bully. She described the game as being developed by a leading UK games developer and would feature various on-campus characters, ranging from students to professors and various other characters. The game was also described as featuring mild violence and would feature some kid characters, so of course mild violence, campus, young characters, sounds a bit like Bully. The game would also feature heavy usage of motion capture acting, again reminiscent of Rockstar Games as of late. Now interestingly enough, Rockstar Games animator Katie Better, out of all people, retweeted this. But eventually Katie did make her Twitter account private after people began to take notice of this. Oh, and by the way, remember the alleged Bully 2 concept art that surfaced back in 2017? Well, it just so happened that the Twitter account responsible for uploading this contacted me just when the casting calls got announced. Unfortunately though, they expressed a lot of skepticism in this game being Bully 2. And yeah, that was kind of the end of it. For a while. Now, unlike the other stuff I've talked about in this video, this is something that has not recently had a development. In fact, this is something that happened back in October. So why am I talking about this? Well, contrary to what a bunch of gaming news sites would have you believe, Jessica Jeffries did respond to people asking if this had anything to do with Bully 2. A bunch of these sites have said that she hasn't said anything, and I don't know why they would say that because she has. This is what she said. The casting for this project is now complete. The project is not Bully 2. It's kind of surprising how major websites such as Express are still reporting on this as though it's a developing story, because it's not. You could have easily done the 30 seconds of research it took me to find the answer. A lot of these websites rely heavily on research and reliable reporting. They could have very easily just taken 30 seconds out of their day to have a gander at her page for further info. They never did. She made her statement about Bully 2 back in late October, so I might as well mention it now that I'm recording this video since nobody else did. Well, you know, some people did. Viewers of mine, mostly. As far as I can tell, not a single gaming news sites have brought this up, so if you're a journalist and you're watching this video, then there you go. You could be the first person to mention that. And look, I have no intention at all at taking a jab at the journalistic integrity of Express, but I feel like they should have at the very least looked into what they talked about. It's easy to do. As a matter of fact, me just pulling it up on the screen took me like 10 seconds. So, what does all of this amount to? Well, for one, many voice actors who were rumored to appear in Red Dead Redemption 2 did make appearances in the game. However, a couple of those actors ended up not appearing in Red Dead 2 and are instead set to appear in a future Rockstar game. A game which, according to what Jan2295 said back in 2017, is actually Bully 2. Thanks to J Johnston being credited on Red Dead 2's IMDb page, we now know that Fiero is actually just a codename for Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar New England and Rockstar Toronto are both looking for new employees. And finally, the Jessica Jeffries casting calls are most likely not at all connected to Bully 2. She could be lying, that is a possibility, but yeah, we have no evidence of that being the case. I could get into some other minor updates and comments and rumors from people in the Rockstar Games fanbase, but I feel like this video is long enough as it is. Now before I end this video, I want to once again thank Sam Power on Twitter for notifying me about the Rockstar Toronto story. I also want to give a thank you to the anonymous source who has kept me up to date on almost anything Bully 2 related, which actually includes some of the stuff I talked about in this video. So yeah, thank you. I can't name you, but you know who you are. Oh, and before people in the comment section of this video begin speculating who this person might be, all I'm gonna say is that they are no longer on any social media platform at all. After I made my last video, they left Twitter and then contacted me via email out of the blue, so yeah, I guess I'm still in touch. Thanks again, Anon. If you're a fan of Bully, then why not stick around? I'm sure you'll enjoy my videos as I talk about Bully more than anybody else ever has, I think. I mean, I haven't seen anybody else on YouTube do it as much as I do. Anyway, that's it for this video. You folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.